Folks, it is Fritz Marcy once again. I am here with a different deck. Now, this deck actually has a lot of meaning to me, mainly because I actually suffered a huge losing streak within the past year, and I actually recently moved into a new place, and I decided to build this deck again, and I'm never getting rid of it. It is one of my personal favorites, Yosenju's. This deck is a lot of fun to run, especially since I built it and I actually came up with my own creations, especially with the extra deck. So now I'm actually wanting to share it with you guys and tell me what you think after. Right now, I'm running triple Yosenju R and triple Yosenju L. Mainly for those pendulums to get out your higher monsters like Maggot and Mizok, and just to keep the summoning going, because these Yosenjus just keep coming and they just don't stop unless if your opponent Solemn Warning's your first summon, you're just going to keep going like crazy. Now for the hand trap, and also his field ability, we're running triple Sujik. Now he is a lot of fun, mainly because if he's on the field, he can boost one of your Yosenjus up by 1,000 attack points until the end of the turn, or he can be used as a hand trap. For whenever your Yosenju monster battles, it'll gain 1,000 attack until the end of the turn. Now he's just a lot of fun. Now also, I'm running triple comma 1. Mainly just to bounce things back to the hand, just to really annoy your opponent when they have that huge powerhouse and they just get really ticked off. Especially since I've played Light Sworns with this deck and it just totally annihilates them every single time. Well, mainly almost every single time. Now we're running triple comma 3 just for that quick search for the Yosenjus, just to keep the pain coming onto your opponent. We're running double comma 2. Now he is actually a good combo with Sujik, because what I usually do, I summon comma 2 and I just keep summoning my Yosenjus and I hold on to Sujik. Now, comma 2 has the ability to hit your opponent directly, but any and all battle damage they take from comma 2 is halved while using this effect. So that's when you use Sujik and you pump them up by 1,000 and you inflict even a higher amount of damage. Even though it's halved, it's still something. We're running double Mizok, mainly when he's pendulum summoned. You can blow one card up on the field, regardless of what it is on your opponent's side of the field. And when he's special summoned by this effect, he returns to your hand. And of course, we're running the double Maggot to bring out that quick Mizok for the level 6 overlays. Now those are the monsters of the deck. Aren't they beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? They're mainly all hollow except for just for a select few. Now for the spells, since this deck is just filled with destruction, we're running the 2 gold rare MST Mystical Space Typhoon to clear up that back row. We're running double Training Grounds, mainly just to accumulate and recycle your Yosenju Sujik, or especially your Yosenju secret move, just to annoy the hell out of your opponent. They're just not going to know what to do. We're running double Tenki. 2 is ample enough. I don't run 3 mainly because it clogged my deck and it was always a dead draw later on. And 3 was just way too much, so 2 is ample enough for this deck. We're only running 1 Dark Hole. And then we're running 1 Raigeki, 1 Book of Moon, and then finally that 1 Divine Wind of Mist Valley, which works great with this deck because your Yosenjus are bouncing back to your hand at the end phase. Due to the certain conditions that you follow when they're summoned, they return and you special summon a Yosenju from your deck, such as comma 1 or comma 3, or any of those wind attribute Yosenjus, which are just plain beautiful. Now, to really annoy the hell out of your opponent, I run triple Secret Move. Now, the one condition with Secret Move, you have to control all Yosenjus in order to activate it. If you even have one monster that's not a Yosenju, you cannot activate it, but if you do not control any Yosenjus, you can activate it, even if you have the pendulums. Now, the one thing about Secret Move, I like to recycle it with the training grounds just to really annoy the living hell out of my opponent, and they just get so furious with me and they rage quit and they just stop playing. Now, I run Double Dimensional Prison. I'm sorry, folks. Yes, they're common, but it's the best I can do right now. Now, the reason why I run Double Dimensional Prison over Mirror Force is because this is mainly an anti-meta attribute, and Dimensional Prison banishes the monster, and it's just a better choice for Yosenjus, especially if you're facing a Judgment Dragon or that pesky Monarch, as long as it doesn't get blown up by Mobius. Mobius really aggravates me. Now, we're running Double Breakthrough Skill, mainly to negate that monster's effect, especially those Monarchs. Monarchs are becoming a bigger thing nowadays, and Breakthrough Skill can come very handy when you're facing those, I'm sorry, damn it, Monarchs. There we go. We're running 1 Warning and 1 Bottomless, obviously because Warning stops the summon, and will even stop Quasar, especially when people are spamming those damn Quasars. And now we're using 1 Bottomless to clear out those multiple summons that decks mainly have nowadays. Now for the extra deck, we're running a 15-card extra deck, which are all Xyz. We're running 1 Gaga Samurai, mainly for his ability to change the attack target to him and make him attack twice. We're running Double Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer, mainly to shuffle that one monster or that one card that's really annoying you and just to get rid of it. And he also can be used as a Maestro, so keep that in mind if you're facing a deck that uses Spirit Reaper still. I've faced some people that still use Spirit Reaper, and Castel's effect to flip it face down targets just like Maestro, just to get rid of those cards that really annoy you. Daigusto Emerald, even though you can't special summon anything, you can still recycle your Yosenjus and still draw a card. We also use 103 Ragnar Zero. Now he is the biggest pain towards Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, mainly because Ragnar Zero destroys all your opponent's monsters that have a higher attack than their original printed attack on the card. Now I've actually made a lot of people using Brotherhood decks rage quit because I actually have used Ragnar Zero on them and it just was not a fun day for them. We're running the 1 Abyss Dweller to stop things from activating in the grave, especially the White Stone of Legend with Blue Eyes decks. The 1 Honor Arc to steal that opponent's monster that was special summoned. Now, he's actually a good MVP for the deck, especially against Lightsworns or any similar deck like that, mainly because you steal their Judgment Dragon and it just totally ruins their day. I have a friend that I play this deck against all the time during his Lightsworns, and it just makes him so mad. We're running 1 Shark Drake, mainly just for that overwhelming card to bring back your opponent's monster after it's destroyed, and it can swing at it again, and the monster that it brings back loses 1,000 attack power. Now how beautiful is that? We're running 1 Frozen Lady Justice. She gains 1,000 attack power for every XC that it has from material, and you can also use a level 5 XC monster as material to summon Frozen Lady right straight from your extra deck, which I don't run rank 5s in here because there isn't any rank 5 Yosenju that I know of. There probably is, I just don't really have them. We're running the 1 Photon Strike Bouncer to negate the effects of your opponent's cards and to inflict 1,000 damage to them in the process. We're running Double Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King to negate all of your opponents, all of their monsters on the field, especially those cards, those pesky Monarchs. But be aware, it only will negate everything except Beast Warriors. So your Yosenju Kama 1, 2, and 3 will be safe, but the rest of them won't be. And that includes your monsters as well. So be advised. We're running 1 Rhapsody in Berserk just for that 1,200 attack power boost that you may need in certain situations. And you can also banish cards from your opponent's grave up to twice a turn. We're running 1 Maestro, the Symphony de Jin, and again, 1 Dark Rebellion XC Dragon. Now, Dark Rebellion can be handy, but I don't advise using him unless if you really, really need to, because he doesn't have a secondary effect to protect himself, and he can be real easy to get rid of. If I really had the choice, I would run another Daigusto Emerald if I were able to, or maybe something else. But I just don't have the cards that I need. Maybe the Volvo chain would be better, I'm not sure. But anyway, folks, that is my Yosenjus. That is my pride and joy. One of my best decks. It is so fun to run. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of the deck. If you have any ideas of what I can do to change up the deck, please let me know in the comments below. Fritz Marcy, peace out.